All right. Cool. So I'll go ahead and gavel the meeting at 5:36 p.m. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Senate. We will start off with roll call since we have a lot of new faces here. So I'll go ahead and start. My name is Kai. I'm the Speaker of the Senate. I use he, him pronouns. And going down the list, Murshad is next on my participant list.
Hi, I'm Rashad Devon, SGA President, he, him, his pronouns.
There we go. B, you're next.
Beatrice Gutierrez Malagon, she, her pronouns, SGA Advisor and Coordinator for Leadership.
Candace.
Candace Martinez Doan, Assistant Director for Leadership and Governance. I also serve as SGA Advisor, she, hers pronouns. I am not a voting member of this body.
Thanks. Emmanuel.
Hi, my name is Emmanuel. Position is Senate. I'm sorry, I'm at Costco, so I'm shopping right now. He, him as a pronoun.
Yeah. Thanks. Joey.
Hi. Sorry, my WebEx just like completely crapped out on me for a second.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Yeah, just introduce yourself.
Okay, so hi guys, my name is Joey Scalise. I go by he, him. I am the new coordinator of videography and photography. So right now I'm basically working with the communications team and just being the primary video editor for the group. So yeah, glad to be here. So.
Glad you're here. Julius.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Gail, SGA Senator. I'm pronouns he, him, his.
Thanks. Kayla.
Hi, I'm Kayla, she, they. I'm a SGA Senator.
Thank you. Mariah.
Hi, my name is Maria Karashi, she, hers, and I'm a SGA Senator.
Sorry, I mispronounced your name. Rashad. Oh wait, we already did you, Rashad. I'm sorry. Meta.
My name is Vanna. I'm a junior SGA Senator, and my pronouns are she, hers.
Thanks, Meta. Milan.
I'm Milan Solobavi. My pronouns are she and her, and I'm coordinator of alumni relations.
Thanks, Milan. Mokira.
I am Mokira, she, hers. I am getting confirmed for coordinator of student engagement.
Cool, thanks. Nayla Benet.
Nayla Benet. I'm a sophomore and an SGA Senator, and my pronouns are she, hers.
Patrick.
So I just took a bite of my food. My name is Patrick. I'm an SGA Senator. He, him, his pronouns.
Thanks, Patrick. Siri.
Hi, my name is Siri Kiyaka. I'm the treasurer and I go by she, hers pronouns, and it's nice talking to all of you guys.
Nice talking to you, Siri, like always. Wendy.
Hi, I'm Wendy Sang.
UV.
Hi, I'm UV Sharma. I'm on the Treasury support team. He, him pronouns.
And last but not least, Z.
Z, I'm a senator, they, them pronouns.
All right, thanks everyone. That's our roll call. I want to start off this meeting with something new that I want to introduce to every Senate meeting. I got this idea from being with David and Romy last year, and something I noticed that the Women's Center and the Mosaic Center was doing is the land acknowledgement. Here's an adaptation from Dr. Jasmine Lee. I think they are with the Yeah, they're with the Director of Inclusive Excellence. So I'll start reading out the statement. Related to our value of inclusive excellence, we would like to acknowledge that UMBC is built on native tribal land of the indigenous Piscataway Conway tribes. We acknowledge the painful history of forced removal from this territory and honor their history as cultivators of this land and respect the many diverse indigenous people still connected to this land on which we gather. I thought this is something that's very important to acknowledge. Although that we are online, it's important to recognize where UMBC is located physically and the land that it sits on. So yeah, thanks everybody. So we'll go ahead and move on to the approval of the agenda. I would like to amend the agenda because there is a JL that Mershad has written up that I would like to add. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a second. Is there general consent? Yes. Okay.
Could we, Kai? I'm sorry to jump in. It's a JR first of all. It's a JR. I changed it. It's a JR now. But could we add it before the new business? Could that be the first one? Because I have a meeting with the chancellor at 6, so I have to get off.
Well, what are the senator's opinions on this?
If I may jump in, Kai.
Yes.
That would push back all the confirmation times, and since we have it looks like 10 of them, I think that could have a serious compound effect on our timeline here.
Right.
That being said, though, Mershad, how lengthy is the discussion going to be on this topic?
Probably not so lengthy. It's pretty straightforward, actually.
Okay. I mean, we are already actually behind the timeline by about 10 minutes. So that's just something to keep in mind as we go. But it's up to you, Kai.
Rashad, I'm sorry. I want to respect everybody's time that came here. We're already running a little late, so if we could add it in after our confirmations, which will run until maybe after 7. Sure. Okay. Thank you. I'll go ahead and add it here. JR 06-2021. All right. While I'm doing that, we'll go into the approval of the minutes. I want to give a big shout out to Wendy. She did most of the minutes, and they're very impressive. And if you haven't looked already through it, we'll kind of skim through it along here, right? Yeah, so I thank you so much, Wendy, for doing most of these minutes. I really appreciate it because I, for one, do not like doing minutes. Goes on for 12 pages. Yeah. So if there's nothing to amend, is there a motion to approve the minutes?
I move to approve the meeting minutes.
Ooh, great. Is there a second? Oh, Patrick seconded. All right. Great. Okay, so we'll go on to new business. So our first confirmation is Mokira. And this is for the coordinator of student engagement. All right, so welcome, Kira. Thanks for coming to Senate. If you could give a brief introduction about yourself, and then we'll go right into questions and discussion right afterwards.
So hi, I'm Kara. I'm a sophomore doing a double majoring in excuse me, health administration and policy with a concentration in public health, as well as biochemistry and molecular biology. So my interest in this position stemmed from being a FYA last year, and through the FYA program, I think I really definitely fell in love with SGA and the mission, vision, and everything you guys are trying to accomplish every single year. And I knew I wanted to be a part of it this year. So, and one of the projects I got to work on as an FYA was creating a COVID-19 survival guide in which we put together a bunch of resources and programs that students could use during like these crazy times that we were in. And for me, I think this position is almost like continuation of that in some sort of sense, in which I'll get to like continuously educate myself on the student body and different ways that I can create initiatives to help them and support them, and helping and supporting people I'm extremely passionate about. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Great, thank you so much. Yeah, your audio kind of cut in and out there for a brief moment, but I believe, yeah, Julius as well. But regardless, no, it's okay. It's all, and we're all good. Is there any questions for Makira?
Yeah. Excuse me. All right. Okay. For what about your schedule? What does your schedule look like? Seeing that you just said that you're a double major in microbiology and hatch, I believe. So, and given this current situation with COVID-19, online classes and things like that, how will you be able to just time manage this job and your classes, because micro is not no joke. It ain't no joke, basically.
Probably talk about that. For one, I do have 3 hybrid classes this semester due to with the whole situation online and all that. But I did have, which does involve quite a bit of commuting back and forth. But I did commute the entirety of last year, so I'm quite familiar with commuting. I'm quite comfortable with it and keeping up a hectic schedule at the same time. Also, my Google Calendar pretty much keeps my day straight for me. And when I did look into applying for this position, I made sure that I had the time and capacity to give it like my everything. So I'm more than capable of giving it my all even with the situation we're currently in.
Do for me.
All right, thanks. I had a quick question. So this is for student engagement, coordinator for student engagement. What are some unique ways to engage with students online?
I think definitely that is a good question. Definitely about creating programs that will continue to create a community that's together. I know in this time it can be very lonely, like by yourself at home, just on a laptop straight all the time. But just creating programs in like a sense that, bringing people together and remembering that, even though we might not be physically together, we can still be connected in various ways. So I think that's for me what I think about.
Yeah, that's great, because that's something that we're a little struggling with student engagement with this whole online transition. So definitely doing programs such as that. I would like, if there are any more questions, Kent did point this out, and I noticed it too. I would like to amend the agenda, or amend the SL 13-2021 to correctly spell out engagement. I can't even. Is there a second? General consent.
Second.
There it is. Is there general consent? Yes. Okay. All right. There we go. Engagement. Great. Candace says that this type is right. The other coordinators were 1919. Oh my. Is Mershad still here?
What is up?
Oh, is the stipend correct? Is it supposed to be 1919 versus 989?
Pardon?
Is the stipend correct for this?
Yes, it's 989.
Okay. Candace? It says me.
Point of clarification. So the other coordinators in the executive branch are receiving 919.10. So like coordinator for graphic design, social media, so I just want to note
Oh yeah,
that.
no, yeah, definitely. I'm sorry, that was my fault. Yes, 919. I apologize. I just pulled up
That's
the
okay.
spreadsheet. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I'd like to amend it to 919.
Second.
What? Here it is. 919. And 1 cent. All right. With that being said, if there's any more questions for Kira, is there a motion on the floor? Because I like to get this passed.
Move to approve SL 15-2020.
Oh, thanks, Wendy. Is there a second? There's a second. All right. Numbers of senators for, can you type in I in the chat? And if, Wendy, could you help me count it out? Because I don't know how to pull up the chat. Oh, wait, there's a chat. I got it. Oh, could you repeat that? Sorry.
No problem. I said we have 7 votes.
7? Okay. Going once for 4, senators for. Twice for 4. Okay. 7 senators for. So, number of senators opposed.
Wait, Kai, there's 8 senators for.
Oh, 8. My apologies. Number of senators opposed. Type in nay in the chat. No? All right. Number of senators abstaining. And number of senators not present. All right, so who is not present at this moment?
And I just voted, so that's actually 9 senators.
Oh. 9. Oh. And then including myself, so that would be 10. Man, online's hard. Okay. And I believe we're missing 1.
Kayla just voted, so that's 11 votes for.
That's 11 for. Okay. All right, and with that, the SL passes. Congratulations, Akira. Do I have to give the oath? All right. Let me pull up the oath here. So, if you could repeat after me.
Okay.
I will pull up this oath. Okay. So if you could repeat after me. I do solemnly affirm.
I do solemnly affirm
That I will faithfully execute.
that I will faithfully execute
The office of Coordinator of Student Engagement.
the office of Coordinator of Student Engagement
Of the UMBC Student Government Association.
of the UMBC Student Government Association.
And will, to the best of my ability.
And will, to the best of my ability.
Promote and defend.
Promote and defend.
The interests and well-being of UMBC's undergraduate students.
The interests and well-being of UMBC's undergraduate students.
Great. And it's official. Thank you so much. And Candace will be getting in contact with you shortly.
Yep, I'm going to send you a hire letter, and then if you haven't been on payroll before, our office that handles that will be in touch with you about submitting documents for that. Cool.
All right, thank you so much. And you're welcome to stay or head on out. It's all up to you. But thank you so much. Up next is Reem. If Reem is here.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. All right, so this is for the confirmation of the Associate Director of Executive Initiatives. So if you could introduce yourself to us, and then we'll go right into questions right afterwards.
Okay. So like you said, but yeah, I'm Reem. I'm a senior poli sci major with a legal policy minor. And yeah, I'm gonna be hopefully associate director of executive initiatives, and I'm currently working on possibly getting a new LLC. That's what I'm gonna be doing with my position, hopefully. So yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah, thanks so much. If I could ask a question, what is this LLC that you mentioned?
It's a new like Greek life LLC. So since we don't have housing and we can't really have it off campus, so I thought we could have like an LLC on campus.
Purely for Greek life.
Yeah, for the 3 councils on campus.
Oh, that's pretty neat. I can see why Mershad wanted to sponsor this. Yeah, is there any more questions for Reem?
What other past experience, if you could elaborate on that, do you think would help you in this role?
Well, I obviously, like, since I'm trying to have a Greek life policy, I'm in Greek life and I have a lot of leadership experience within my chapter. I've held, well, currently I hold 2 positions in my chapter. So I do have a lot of leadership experience from that. And obviously having 2 positions in a chapter, you do have to be organized and be able to, I guess, delegate work and be able to make sure that all the work is getting done on time. So yeah, I have leadership experience when it comes to that. And oh, sorry, I just forgot to mention that I've started working on getting this LLC idea rolling. I just had a meeting with David, who's, I guess, assistant director of Res Life, and I've already been talking to advisors from other schools that have a similar program. So yeah, so I've already started working on getting the ball rolling.
All right, thank you. I also think there's a question in the chat too.
Matt asks, what do you have in mind for student engagement?
When it comes to voting for like election night, could could you elaborate more on that question?
I think she said yes in the chat about election night.
Okay. Oh, okay, thank you. That's just getting the word out there. I know that UMBC is a very politically active campus. A lot of our students are very politically active. So I guess just by giving them the resources to be able to be politically active, especially at a very tumultuous time right now when it comes to politics.
Am I muted? Yes, I am. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to speak more on that about one of your roles and duties would be promoting and handling election night extravaganza. If you could speak more on what possible ways to engage with students now that we're online with the whole upcoming election, how to get people more inclined to vote and getting more information out there and such as.
Definitely through social media. I know that I know UMBC is currently in I think it's called All In or something like that, where each, a bunch of different schools and universities are kind of getting their students to pledge to vote and competing against students of other schools that are pledging. So I think just by through social media, because that's really where we're all connecting together right now. So I guess just expanding on our social media presence when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Kai, do you mind if I jump in?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. So you said you're working on a Greek Life LLC, and you said you'd already contacted, you'd already had a meeting, I guess, with a guy named David. Could you speak to other stakeholders that you might need to reach out to? Do you have you sort of done some of the prep work with other on-campus partners?
Yeah, definitely. Corey Boscow, who runs Greek Life, I've reached out to him. I'm finding it kind of difficult to hear back from him, so that's really the next step in who I need to talk to is Corey, and then once I do that, I can talk to more more people on campus. That would make it more of a solidified kind of thing. I just need to go through the administrative side before I can really get the ball rolling.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I wanted to kind of piggyback off of on that. Do you know any stakeholders, going back to election night extravaganza, do you know any stakeholders on campus other than social media that could help in creating events or promoting more events? Well, that's social media, but creating events.
I can't really think of anything right now.
Yeah, that's okay too. Rashad will always be here to help as a resource in case, and especially David and Romy from the, oh my goodness, what is that long office?
Senate Democracy. Oh my goodness, I just totally screwed that up. But yeah, basically just they work on democracy and civic learning, and they have a keen interest in extravaganza night. So theoretically, if you get this position, I recommend you talk immediately with them about plans for that.
Yeah, I second Julius on that. So yeah, that's great, Reem. I love everything you say. Is there any more questions for Reem?
Yeah. Seeing that you're a senior, I'm wondering what does your future look like in terms of possibly graduate school? I don't really know everything that goes on in your major per se, the next advanced steps per se, and will you really have the time, management, and just prepare time to deal with this position, seeing that you're a senior and the future is on the horizon, things like that, and especially with COVID-19, I'm not really sure what your situation looks like. So we don't, who knows what could happen in the future. So are you ready to basically just take on this position with all other circumstances in your life?
Yeah, so I think you asked a lot. So when it comes to grad school, currently, I'm currently getting ready to apply for law school, but I guess the time I had with quarantine kind of allowed me to plan months and months ahead. So I definitely have a lot more time now than someone who would be applying for law school because of our little quarantine. So I don't think that time with this position and what I have going on academically and for the future would conflict.
All right, great. Is there any more questions? If not, if there are no more questions, and if there is anyone that wants to move into a discussion period, is there a motion on the floor?
Motion to move into discussion.
Yeah. Is there a second?
Second.
All right. Patrick, if you want to start.
Yeah, is Rashad still here by chance?
I believe he had to go to another meeting.
Oh, he did say that. Yeah, I mean, this is the associate director position. Does anyone could someone remind me? Is someone up for the director of that today, or did we do that last week?
Candice?
Pretty sure we didn't vote them in because we did that already.
Yeah, I think we did. I just don't remember.
We did. I just don't remember their name.
Okay, I think my main the reason I'm asking, I just want to make sure we do have somebody that is going to be able to focus on E&E. I mean, if the associate director is sort of more focused on the Greek LLC, that's awesome. But I think it's really important that we maintain sort of that strong presence in E&E. So I wanted to make sure that we sort of had. I think my memory serves me poorly, but I just want to make sure that if the director has already been confirmed that they have had a background with E&E or some kind of CLDE like event or something like that.
Sorry to cut in. I just messaged Mashad and he said that Logan Lineberg was confirmed already for the director.
All right. Yes, look at that. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean that's sort of my one hope is that that person has sort of a strong presence with E&E.
Yeah, I definitely
Real
agree.
quick. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I just
sorry, go
wanted to
ahead.
jump in and say that so Logan's like main focus is going to be election night extravaganza, and then the associates are going to be working half on election night and then half on our individual initiative. So yeah, Logan mostly is going to be focused on election night.
Excellent. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that definitely assuages my concern there.
All right. Is there any more comments that anyone want to put into discussion? Oh, I might have forgotten to do this in the beginning, but Candace, is Reem eligible for this position?
Are you asking me if she is eligible or ineligible?
Is Reem eligible for this position? Yeah.
Reem is eligible for this position. Yes.
Great. Thank you, Candace.
You're welcome.
All right. If there are no more discussion points, I would like to move out of discussion and
move to approve SL 15-2021.
great.
Second.
There's a second. All right. Number of senators for, please type I in the chat. I gotta put in the introduction. I believe that's 11. I typed
That's
in.
11 including UK.
Okay, so that's 11. So that means 0 opposed, 0 abstaining, 0 not present, and with that, the motion passes. Congratulations, Reem. Now, I believe I have to read you the oath, so if you could please repeat after me.
Okay.
I do solemnly affirm
I do solemnly affirm
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of Assistant Director of Executive Initiatives
the office of Executive Director of Executive Initiatives.
Associate Director of Executive Initiatives.
Associate Director of Executive Initiatives, a lot of vowels there.
You go. Of the UMBC Student Government Association.
Of the UMBC Student Government Association.
And will, to the best of my ability,
And will, to the best of my ability,
promote and defend
promote and defend
the interests and well-being of UMBC's undergraduate students.
the interests and well-being of UMBC's undergraduate students.
And with that, you're all set. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I believe Candace will be reaching out to you shortly about.
Yep, I'm going to, Reem, if you're not on payroll already with the university, well, I'm going to send you a hire letter, and then it's going to have some instructions in it. If you're not on payroll with the university already, someone from an office in student affairs will be in contact with you about submitting some documents.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Thank you so much, Reem. You're welcome to stay or leave, however you feel like what you're doing. Thank you. And we will move on to, oh, I mispronounced this earlier.
You're good. It's Millen.
Millen. Thank you so much, Millen. So yeah, this is the confirmation of the coordinator of alumni relations. Hello, Millen. Welcome to Senate. If you could give like a brief introduction about yourself and why you're interested in this position, we'll go right into questions and discussion afterwards.
Yeah, sure. So I'm Millen. I'm a junior. I am a biology major with I'm adding a minor in emergency health services, and I'm pre-med. Basically, what drew me to this position was that I felt as like a UMBC student, especially who is pre-med and kind of knew what she wanted to do. I just like didn't feel I like had some ideas about how I wanted to connect the alumni with the undergraduate classes, which actually ties into my initiative, which am like starting, which is basically a mentorship program. So it would have like alumni from any age, any graduation date or whatever, and the undergraduate class. And I would basically organize the alumni into their careers and their graduated majors, whatnot. And then I would send out surveys to the undergraduate body who are interested in this mentorship program. And I would pair them up in like a 4-to-1 ratio. And yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. And I did email Danielle Odom, and she just got back to me. And they're doing something kind of similar with the Career Center. So I'm going to be working with them and including my ideas. So that's with my initiative too. But yeah, I'm excited with that for that, and also working on the newsletter. I didn't we're going to start that soon, working on the newsletter for SGA, but I'm excited to some of my ideas were incorporating a student spotlight and a faculty spotlight just for the student body to get to know people on campus more. But yeah.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Oh, so I noticed that before we start, I noticed that Rashad sponsored this SL, and I don't believe he's allowed to do that. So I would like to amend this SL so I could sponsor and add the date of introduction.
Thank you.
And there's Patrick is a second. So general consent. Great. I don't know. Maybe I can do this. What is it, 14? Okay. All right. Yeah. Thanks so much, Millen. That sounds amazing. I love this initiative idea. I always love hearing initiative ideas, and this one sounds like you have a lot thought out. But my one question is, you sound like you're very busy with adding a new minor and being pre-med and all that. So I just wanted to hear what your time commitments for this fall and spring look like.
Yeah. Well, so basically, I just haven't officially declared the new minor. I've been taking classes for the minor for a while, so I'm pretty much done with the minor. I just haven't officially declared it. In terms of classes in pre-med, I am studying for the MCAT this semester, but also I purposely did not take any of the harder STEM classes this semester. I'm also pretty good at managing my time. I usually don't go to sleep till all my work is done, regardless. And yeah, I'm pretty good at staying organized. Yeah, usually if this was a normal semester, I live in the library. So yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like you're a very organized person. You're on top of your things. I have no doubt that you can definitely do this. Are there any questions from Millen? Mati asks, with your mentorship program, what is your estimated time period? How long will it last, and how often do you want it to take place?
Right. So basically, I wrote out this proposal, so I'm just going off of that. But for the mentorship program, any student, in my idea, like any student can join at any age, but this will theoretically like last till they graduate and hopefully onwards. So like I would have like an idea where it would be technically like a monthly meeting with the mentor and the mentees. And then after that, the mentor has like power to say, oh, you can text me. No, just wait for the meeting, or we can have more meetings. And then during that monthly meeting, which with like their mentees, I would suggest them having a conversation topic, whether that be like improving your resume, like internships and stuff. So the conversation isn't dry. But I do want to give most of the power to the mentor because they are taking time out of their day to do it. but yeah, that's my idea.
I have a question. So, Mom, could you talk about your previous leadership experience and how that would help you prepare for this role?
Yeah. In high school, I held a lot of leadership positions. It was mainly service related in high school, and I actually went to India for like a fellowship, working in a hospital. It was really cool, but that started kind of like my love for leadership. I haven't really gotten involved too much in college, but I don't know, junior year, I just thought I have the time now to start giving into leadership roles. And I do have a good amount of experience under my belt from other organizations. So, and I think I do have pretty good ideas for how I want to improve student life in general. So, yeah.
Great. Mena says some, but I don't know how to pronounce all that.
I don't know if that was a question, but I just wanted to say that I can personally attest to Melon's leadership abilities because she was on the board for our sorority and she did a great job, and I'm very confident that she can handle this role.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been on e-board for the past year, and I look to be on e-board till I graduate. But yeah.
Great. I love everything.
Thank you.
Does anybody have any more questions for Millen? If not, would there be a discussion period that anybody would like to enter in? And if not, is there a motion on the floor?
Move to approve SL 11-2021.
Thanks, Patrick.
Second.
All right, we got 2 seconds. So, number of senators 4. Can you please type I in the chat? And I guess I'll type it too.
That's 11 votes for.
That's 11? Okay. Thank you, Wendy. All right, so 11 number of senators for 11, number of senators opposed 0, number of senators abstaining 0, number of senators not present 0, and with that, the SL passes. Congratulations, Moon.
Thank you.
If you could stay for one more second, I have to read you the oath. So if you could repeat after me.
Mhm.
I do solemnly affirm.
I do solemnly affirm.
That I will faithfully execute.
That I will faithfully execute.
The office of Coordinator of Alumni Relations.
The office of Coordinator of Alumni Relations.
Of the UMBC Student Government Association.
Of the UMBC Student Government Association.
And will, to the best of my ability.
And will, to the best of my ability.
Promote and defend.
Promote and defend.
The interests and well-being of the UMBC's undergraduate students.
The interests and well-being of the undergraduate UMBC students. Is that what it was?
UMBC undergraduate students.
Oh, UMBC undergraduate students. Sorry.
No, you're great. Great. Thank you so much. And
Thank
with
you.
that, I believe you're all set. I believe Candace will reach out to you about more positions in payroll and such like that.
Yep, I'll send you a hot letter, and if you haven't been on payroll before, you'll have to submit some documents, but yeah, be on the lookout for it.
All right, thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much. Have a good day. Okay, up next is Princess. I believe we're running a bit behind on the agenda, so my apologies for that.
Hey Kai, there's a new message in the chat. Nayla Benet says, for all of Rashad's sponsored SLs, he asked me to be the new sponsor for them. Is that okay?
Yep, we just have to amend it. Candace Siri says CC on the higher letters also. Yeah, we just have to amend the SL for Nayla Benet to be a sponsor. So, Nayla, if you'd like to amend the agenda, or not agenda, if you'd like to amend the SL. Or I can do it. Oh, Nayla Benet, I moved to amend SL 14 2021 so that way you would be the sponsor. And I need a second.
Second.
Thank you. While I'm doing that, welcome, Princess. Thanks for coming to Senate. Really appreciate you being here. If you could give an introduction on why you're interested in this position, and we'll go right into questions and discussion afterwards. Princess, are you there? Uh-oh. Princess, we can't hear you if you are talking.
Looks like she.
Oh no. Oh man. Princess, if you could possibly type in the chat if you could hear us, or I can try to unmute. Mhm. Well, it says Princess is unmuted for me. Oh. Hello? Oh no, technical difficulties. Whenever I go to unmute, it goes right back to mute. Okay. While wait, maybe. Okay. Well, in the interest of time, I would suggest tabling this until audio works. I'll try to get into contact with Princess in the meantime, but I would like to table this SL until a few more confirmations ahead. Is there a second? There's a second. Thanks, Julius. Okay, we'll get back to that one. Oh no, how do I go back? No. Ah, there we go. Okay, so while we're waiting on Princess, UV, how's it going?
Hey Kai, how are you?
I'm struggling with technology, but it sometimes be like that.
No worries, you're doing.
Okay. Thanks, UV. All right. Before we get started, I have to ask Candace. Candace, is UV eligible for this position?
Yes, I believe so.
All right, great. Second, I would like to abstain from voting because UV and I used to live together, conflict of interest and such. And so we'll go get started. So this is for the confirmation for the treasure support team that's under Siri. So if you'd like to give a brief introduction about yourself, UV, and why you're interested in this position, we'll go into questions and discussion afterwards.
Absolutely. So, my name is UV Sharma. I am a senior, and my major is financial economics, and I'm also pursuing a minor in statistics. And as to why I'm interested in SGA is because UMBC has done so much for me from an academic standpoint by providing me with like quality and affordable tuition. And then from a social standpoint, UMBC has allowed me to grow as a person by meeting more people and particularly through student organizations. So by being a part of the Treasury support team, it'd be a great opportunity to give back to the community and have a positive impact on UMBC.
Great. Thanks, UV. Are there any questions for UV?
Can you elaborate a little bit on past experience that you think would make you a good fit for this role?
Yeah, absolutely. So as of right now, I'm involved in two clubs. I'm the president of UMBC Rotaract, which is an upcoming club where we're trying to do community service events for the Catonsville area. And I'm also on the South Asian Student Association board as the social chair. So I believe that's that's experience that I have that can uh, provide a lot for the treasury support team. And I also believe the financial economics major can help me give better input too.
Yeah, definitely. I can attest to UV's economic skills because classes we took, what was it, Calc 155? Oh my goodness. But yeah, are there any more questions for UV?
Yes. Seeing that you just said that you're a president of an entire organization, I wonder what does your schedule really look like, and also the fact that you're a senior. I don't know. You could possibly go into graduate school, going to a job or something like that. What is your basically just? Do you have any time conflicts? Were you able to just fully put amount of the certain amount of attention required for this position?
Yeah, absolutely. So I took a look at my schedule and made sure that I'll be able to give the right amount of time to the treasury support team, and I believe I'll be able to. I'm taking 12 credits currently. My internship also just ended, so I'll have a lot more time on my hands, and I'll be able to put in the right amount of effort.
Yeah. Siri, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Siri. So how much time do you think generally does the treasurer support team work on a weekly basis?
Support team. So I'm thinking like minimum maybe like 4 to 7, 8 hours a week.
4 to 7, 8 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that goes to you, UV. Do you think with you being 12 credits is definitely manageable and doable, but with two other organizations that doable with 4 to 8 hours a week?
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, Siri actually expressed that to me in the interview too. So I made sure to look at my schedule, and I'll be able to give that 4 to 7 hours per week for sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Are there any more questions for UV? If there are no more questions, is there anyone that would like to go into a discussion period? And if not, is there a motion on the floor?
I move to approve SL 24-2021.
Great. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a second. All right. Thank you. All right. So number of senators for, could you please type I in the chat? I don't know why this says 0. Right, I believe is that 9 eyes in the chat?
I got a
9. All right. Number of senators opposed. Oh, there it is, 10. Okay. 10 for, number of senators opposed, 0, abstaining, 1, and not present, 0. And with that, the SL passes. Thanks, UV. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, I have to give you the oath real quick. So if you could repeat after me, I have to get this memorized. I do solemnly affirm.
I do solemnly affirm
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of Treasurer Support Team
the officer of Treasurer Support Team
of the UMBC Student Government Association
of the UMBC Student Government Association
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will do the best of my ability
promote and defend
the
interests and well-being of UMBC's undergraduate students.
Sorry, can you say that one more time?
Yeah. The interests and well-being of UMBC's undergraduate students.
The interest and well-being of UMBC's undergraduate students.
All right. Congratulations, Yuvi.
Thanks, Kai.
Yeah, and you're welcome to stay. You're welcome to leave.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
Thanks, man. All right. Next, we will go to Princess. Are you? Is the audio working now, or typing?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Great. Hello. Sorry about the technical difficulties earlier.
Oh, it was on my end, so it's completely fine.
But yeah, this is for the confirmation of the Associate Director of Executive Initiatives. So same with oh shoot, the one we just passed earlier. I'm horrible with names. But yeah, Princess, welcome. If you could give a brief introduction about why you're interested in this role, and we'll go right into questions right afterwards.
Okay, thank you. Hi everyone again. My name is Princess. I am a senior studying chemical engineering and minoring in entrepreneurship, computer science. This is actually my 6th year at UMBC, and for the past 2 years, I've worked with SGA in 2 different capacities. My first year, I worked in the executive council under the leadership of Colin and Vrinda. And what I specifically got to work on was peer mentorship at UMBC, working towards bringing that into fruition. But I found out that it was a little bit more than I thought it was, well, a lot more than I thought it was going to be. So I wasn't able to fully complete that dream. The second year, I got to work under Scott Buchanan, the treasurer of SGA, as a treasurer support team member. I have organizations and kind of giving them guidance on how to utilize their finances, keep track of their finances, and so forth. Outside of that, I am involved with the Shriver Center. I'm a part of the France Merrick Fellowship Program. I am also a student coordinator. I am a resident assistant. But even though it sounds like I have a lot on my plate, this is how I've been throughout all of college. So I'm used to balancing my time, and I actually work more efficiently when I have a lot more on my plate. But that's me.
Yeah, thanks, Princess. Before we get started, I forgot to ask earlier, Candace, is Princess eligible for this position? She's nodding yes. All right. So Princess, I have a quick question for you. Get the questions rolling. Well, what are some of the ideas you have for these upcoming extravagant night election?
So I think coming from the RA's perspective of having to engage with residents on a regular basis, I definitely see room for resident engagement in election night extravaganza, whether that be activities, fun activities. One thing that many of my residents have said to me is that they feel like being on campus, it lacks that campus life feel. So in the same way, SEV has like their events on Fridays, possibly leading up to election night extravaganza, having like maybe a Thursday or a Wednesday night election event or something like that, something of that nature that's consistent. That way they have something to look forward to on a regular basis, whether it's virtual or in person.
Right. Most likely virtual. Yeah, great. I love the RA perspective that you bring to this position. Are there any more questions for Princess?
Yeah, well, it's not for Princess per se, but it's just about abstaining per se. Do I have to abstain because I've worked and trained with Princess in a sort of capacity, and I'm technically working with her because I'm an alternative RA?
If you feel like there will be a bias to your vote, then I highly recommend to abstain.
That's safe and sorry, so I'm just going to abstain from this.
Sure. I accept your abstention. All right. Seeing Princess, this is your third time around in SGA, and although this is a different position, I love hearing the RA and residential side aspect that you bring. I have no doubt that you can accomplish this with great tenacity. I don't know if that's a word. But are there any more questions? If not, is there anyone that would like to go into discussion point? And if not, is there a motion on the floor?
Move to approve SL 14-2021.
All right, thanks, Wendy. Is there a second?
Second.
Oh, we got 2 seconds. All right. So, number of senators 4, could you please type I in the chat? Okay. And that's 10. Perfect. So number of senators 4 is 10. There are 0 opposed, 1 abstaining, 0 not present. And with that, the SL passes. Congratulations, Princess.
Thank you.
If you could, I have to give you the oath, so if you could please repeat after me. I do solemnly affirm.
I do solemnly swear.
Affirm.
Affirm. Sorry.
No, you're fine. That I will faithfully execute
That I will faithfully execute
the office of Associate Director of Executive Initiatives
the office of Associate Director of Executive Initiatives
of the UMBC Student Government Association
of the UMBC Student Government Association
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
promote and defend
promote and defend
the interests and well-being of UMBC's undergraduate students.
the interest and well-being of UMBC's undergraduate students.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
So Candace will be reaching out to you about your hire letter and payroll and all that process. But with that, you're welcome to leave or stay. It's up to you. But thank you for coming and joining us.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good rest of your day.
Thanks. All right, now we will go on to Cassie Kamal. Is Cassie here?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes. Hi, Cassie.
Hi, guys.
So this is for the second role for confirmation for the treasure support team. If you could please give a brief introduction about why you're interested in this position, we'll go straight into questions and discussion right afterwards.
Okay, so hi guys, I'm Cassie. I'm a junior. I'm a psychology and political science double major. And so I was kind of interested in this position because I'm a junior and I'm a commuter, so I find it really hard to get involved on campus. So I was kind of wanting to join SGA to get involved. I just rushed this spring, and so now I'm a part of a sorority as well. And so then I was looking onto SGA, and then I came across the treasurer support team position, and I kind of felt like that was perfect for me. I have a lot of experience with cash handling and like allocating funds. I worked in customer service, I worked in retail, and most recently I just worked in an office of a preschool, and I had to like calculate tuitions for each children and stuff like that. And so, and then last year I actually opened up my own LLC online clothing store, and so there was like a lot of dealing with funds there because I had to do like my business taxes for that, which I just recently did. And so basically, I just have a lot of experiences with handling finances and like allocating funds. I also, for my chapter, I just worked on a fundraiser in the springtime. So basically, I just felt like this position was like perfect for me. That's it.
Thanks so much. Yeah, if I could ask, what was your major again? Or I'm sorry, I'm just curious.
Psychology and political science double major.
I love to hear the psychology because it's a science. Okay. Are there any questions?
Hey, what does your schedule look like this semester in terms of time commitments and other obligations?
It's not too busy, and I feel like I'm really big on time blocking. So if I have to get something done, I will definitely like make a checklist the night before and get like everything I need to get done. I'm just like really big on getting things done before I want to like do anything for my own free time. So before I applied for this position, I kind of made sure like I have time to fit it in.
I have another question. What are some ways you have any ideas about reaching out to student organizations in terms of treasure and financial stuff?
Like reaching out for what? Can you like kind of elaborate? What do you mean?
Right. So for the treasure support team, I believe you have to reach out to student organizations about budgetary.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, stuff like that. Yeah. I feel like social media is like going to be a big part right now because we're online.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like going to be the biggest part. But when we get back onto campus, I feel like we can like, do some marketing stuff like that. Basically.
Yeah, I totally agree. Social media is very useful, especially during an online pandemic. So, all right. Are there any more questions? If not, we can go into a discussion period. And if not, is there a motion on the floor? Thanks, Wendy.
Second.
There's a second. All right. Are there, okay, number of senators 4, could you please type I in the chat? 2, 3, 4. I'll type in 2. Ooh. There we go. I counted 12, but I think I recounted twice. So I'm saying 11. Okay, so number of senators. You counted 10? Are we missing a vote? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 11. Okay. Okay, so number of senators for 11, number of senators opposed are 0, abstaining 0, not present 0, and with that, the SO passes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So if you could, I have to give the oath, so if you could repeat after me. I do solemnly affirm
I do solemnly affirm
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of Treasurer Support Team
the office of Treasurer Support Team
of the UMBC Student Government Association
of the UMBC Student Government Association
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
promote and defend
the
interests and well-being of UMBC's undergraduate students.
interest and well-being of UMBC undergraduate students.
All right, great. Thank you so much. Candace will be reaching out to you shortly about payroll and hire letter and things like that. So be on the lookout for that. Thank you so much for coming. You're more than welcome to stay. You're more than welcome to leave. It's up to you. Great. Thank you so much. Okay. And yeah, congratulations. We will be moving on to Manuela. Is it Manuela?
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hi. Thank you for coming to Senate. Sorry, we're running a little behind on the agenda, but this
No
is for the
problem.
confirmation of the Associate Director of Executive Initiatives. All right, so I would like to amend this SL so that way if Naila Benet could be a sponsor and I can add the date of introduction. Second. All right. Thank you. And while I'm doing that, if you could give us a brief introduction on why you're interested in this position, and we'll go right into questions and comments afterwards.
All right. So, right now I'm a sophomore. I am majoring in biology and I'm minoring in psychology. I'm an honors college student. So, mainly my interest in the position was I was an FYA last year, and I really enjoy being an FYA. I actually felt like an official member of SGA, and I just wanted to use my experience and everything that I learned in that program and actually apply it in like as an official officer of SGA. And also, I'm always looking for opportunities to work on my leadership skills and professional development. And I also always want to look for ways to improve campus life and how students and staff and faculty engage with each other and how we can all come together as a community.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. Before I continue, Candice, is Manuela eligible for this position?
Yes, she is.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, I have a question, and this is for the Associate Director of Executive Initiatives. So one of the rules is with the election night extravaganza. Do you have any sort of event plans or ways of reaching out to students on how to go about election night extravaganza?
Yeah, so like Cassie said before, we're definitely trying to use social media as a way to, get the word out and get students to, participate in the election and be informed about it and everything that's going on in politics right now. And right now we're still we're trying to promote the pledging for voting. Like I believe an email was sent out earlier where we're actually number one in the nation right now as in terms of like students pledging to participate in the election and everything. So we're still gonna trying to get more students to participate in that. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely utilizing the fact that we're number one is a huge thing. It's in the state of Maryland as well, so promoting that will hopefully incline more people to get on board with it too.
Right.
Right. Are there any more questions for Emanuela? Um, I have another question. What are your time commitments for this spring and this fall look like?
What do you mean, like any conflicts or anything?
Just wondering because I believe it's like a 48-hour time commitment a week, and it's going to be especially heavier once elections roll up in November and December. So I just want to know, like, what your time commitments are like for the rest of the year.
So I'm definitely trying to be more organized with my time and like scheduling meetings and everything so that it's not interrupting my classes, but still leaving time for all the other obligations that I have. So recently I made the decision to like work significantly less hours and limit it to the weekend so that I'd have more time during the week to fulfill all my responsibilities. So I shouldn't have a problem with any time and like restraints or anything.
Perfect. All right. All right. So, are there any more questions for Emmanuel? There are no more questions. And if there are no more discussion points that would like to be added, would there be a motion on the floor?
I move to approve SL 16-2021.
I heard a second. All right. Great. Thanks so much. All right. So number of senators for, type I in the chat. And then we got the fitness gram pacer test by Patrick. All right. Wendy, how many do you count? I can't. I lost my confidence in counting. One more time. Sorry, cut in. 11. All right, cool. Thank you. All right, so those are numbers. Senators for is 11. Number opposed is 0. Abstaining is 0. Not present is 0. And with that, the SL passes. Congratulations. If you could read or repeat the oath.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, word jumble. Okay. I do solemnly affirm
I do solemnly affirm
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of Associate Director of Executive Initiatives
the office of Associate Director of Executive Initiatives
of the UMBC Student Government Association
of the UMBC Student Government Association
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
promote and defend the interests and well-being of UMBC's undergraduate students.
the interests and well-being of UMBC's undergraduate students.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
Thanks so much for coming. Candace will be contacting you shortly about payroll and hire letters, so be on the lookout for that.
Mhm.
Other
Thank
than that, thank you so much for joining. You're welcome to stay.
Okay, and I just want to say that you guys are all beautiful and people, and you're doing wonderful. And I hope that you guys continue to be successful in anything that you endeavor this semester. And I hope that virtual learning and everything goes well for you guys.
Thank you so much. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, I hope that you do very well in this whole virtual space, and you'll.
Thank
I know
you.
you're going to accomplish a lot.
Thank you.
I'm crying. Oh, okay. Wongoy, you're next. Hi, Wongoy.
Hey guys, back again.
Back again. Hit him with the vans, white vans. Okay, so this is for the confirmation of the coordinator of neighboring relations. Before we start, I would like to amend this SL so Naila Benet can be a sponsor on behalf of Rashad, and I could add the date of introduction. Is there a second? There's a second. Perfect. Okay. Hi, Wangor. Welcome.
Hi, guy.
Oh, so this is for your confirmation for coordinator of neighboring relations. If you could give an introduction on why you're interested in this position, and then we'll go straight into dialogue afterwards.
Yeah, sure. So hi everyone. My name is Wangoy. I'm a junior global studies major. The reason I'm interested in this position is because last year I served in the Senate and I was really interested in seeing how we can bridge the relationship between UMBC and Arbutus. And so I was able to sit on Okamoka and Neighborhood Relations Committee. And so I really wanted to set something up between at least the neighboring middle school SGA and then our SGA. And I wasn't able to finish that initiative. And then when I saw this role, opened up, I thought this would be a great opportunity to focus solely on that. And so just some things I've been working on so far. Well, first is figuring out how to create something where the middle school SGA and sorry, my mom just looked at me. Yeah, where the middle school SGA and our SGA can collaborate. I think it'd be really beneficial for them at least to, I guess, see what SGA looks like past middle school and like hear like what governance and policy looks like, at a collegiate level, people who are so interested. And then I also would like to partner with Okamoka and see if they need any student support in anything that they're doing. And then I also spoke to this one lady. This is a lot. I don't know if you need all this information, but basically I just wanted to do work with the neighborhood. So that's why I'm interested in this position. Done.
Yeah, Wangor, you have been so on point even before this confirmation with both of the meetings you attended and all the information you shared with me over email. So no doubt in my mind you're going to get this. What is this? The community service and learning prac up for middle school.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just explain that when she comes to Senate, whenever her availability is. But basically, there's this lady who works with the Schreiber Center, but also like works with the middle schools, and they really need like students to help them out, especially people that like are in need of like service learning or just want to help out in the neighborhood. But that's for a later conversation.
Yeah. I mean, are there any questions for Wangor? Yeah, I have like no doubt that you're more than capable of doing this because you're such an amazing person and outstanding member of
Oh, thanks.
SGA. You've done so much already, so you got this in the bag for this position. Oh, but before I continue, Candace, is Wangoy eligible for this position? She's giving me the nods. All right, I got the nod. Okay, if there are no more questions for Wangoy, and if there are no discussion points like to be made, is there a motion on the floor?
Move to approve SL 12-2020.
All right, thanks, Wendy. Is there a second?
Hold on,
Oh,
wait. Julius, before the
wait.
second, Julius had something to say.
Yep, Julius. Uh-oh, audio is dead. Are you able to hear us, Julius? Maybe leave and then come back in. Oh,
What
Julius?
does my schedule look like? So I'm taking 6 classes, but most of them are doing like an asynchronous option. So I have a lot, I don't want to say free time, but because it's online, I can kind of mold my days to make sure I do all that work that needs to be done since my classes only meet like once or twice a week. And then I also have been sitting on a few shared governance committees, but those ones I've been sitting on for a while now, and it hasn't been an issue that I can't make the meetings. And then there's 2 more committees that I'm sitting on also, USMSC, and then eventually MHEC Student Advisory Council. Well, if you guys approve it later on. So basically that's it.
Can you hear me
So
now?
yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I always have to ask this question because I'm stickler for scheduling. I know, of course, your capabilities. Clearly, you're the Speaker of the Senate, for Christ's sake. So I'm not questioning that, but I always want to ask every single person the scheduling because there's always the possibility that things could come up and you're not going to be able to perform the position that put us as the SGA in a pickle. I've seen it before last year, so I always want to make sure that people are able to actually do this. Even if you have the passion to do it, that means nothing to me if you can't put the time to it.
Yeah, no, that's a totally valid question. That's a good point. Can never get past you, Julius.
Nothing gets by Julius. All right. Are there any more questions for Wangoy before we follow through with the motion? Right. Is there a motion on the floor then? Am I allowed to move approve?
I move to approve. Oh wait, is Wendy speaking? All right, I'm guessing not. I move to approve SL 12-2021.
Great, thank you so much. Is there a second? There's 2 seconds. All right. Number of senators for, please type I in the chat. Got an A. All right, I counted 11. All right, so number of senators for is 11, 0 opposed, 0 abstaining, 0 not present. And with that, DSL passes. Congratulations, Wangoy, for this.
Thanks, guys.
I have to read you the oath, so if you could please repeat after me.
Mm-hmm.
I do solemnly affirm.
I do solemnly affirm.
That I will faithfully execute.
That I will faithfully execute.
The office of Coordinator of Neighboring Relations.
The office of Coordinator of Neighboring Relations.
Of the UMBC Student Government Association.
Of the UMBC Student Government Association.
And will to the best of my ability.
And will to the best of my ability.
Promote and defend.
Promote and defend.
The interests and well-being of UMBC's undergraduate students.
The interests and well-being of UMBC's undergraduate students.
All right, congratulations, Wangoy. if you could stick around for 1 second, because I believe your other endorsement is here for yes. Yes, this is for the endorsement of the UMBC representative to the Maryland Higher Education Commission Student Advisory Council. Ooh, that's such a tongue twister. All right. So, oh my goodness. Wangoi, could you remind me again? Because I forgot what this council is.
So just in general, what MHEC stands for is Maryland Higher Education Commission. And so that body is the one that's responsible for establishing statewide policies for Maryland's private and public college and university institutions. And so what they do is they have a student advisory council of different student representatives from the different universities across Maryland just to advise the body itself. And so generally its purpose is to review matters that are referred by the commission, like I said, or the Secretary of Higher Education for our consideration or advice. So it's just a body of students to give advice to the one that governs everyone to get, student input on how to better serve students in the system. Well, not in the system, but just across Maryland.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember speaking about this earlier back in, I think, July. And in order for you to go through the process, you have to be approved through the Senate. So, I mean, you spoke about your capabilities and what you could handle. So, are there any questions for Wangoi? Because if not, is there a motion on the floor?
I love you too, Nailabin.
I would like to approve SL 26-2021.
Second.
There's a second. All right. So number of senators for, please type I in the chat. Oh yeah, Julius, that was supposed to be a private chat. I'm doing like 20 things at once. I believe that's 11.
I got a 10.
Yeah, 10.
Count 11.
You count 11?
I could be tripping.
All right, so number of senators for 11, opposed is 0, abstaining 0, not present 0, and with that, this passes. This SL passes. Yay! Congratulations.
Thanks, everybody.
2020. All right. I don't think I have to give you the oath for this one.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so. So
Also,
yeah, congratulations.
No, you don't.
It's kind of late to ask, but was it okay that I was the one who authored it?
Yeah.
As long as I had a sponsor, okay.
Yeah, anybody can write in SL. You just have to get sponsored by a voting member.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, it's like so nice to see everyone. Well, can't see everyone, but just like to be back in Senate.
It's always a pleasure for the one and only Wangoi to be.
You guys are great. Bruh, the one and only. All right, I'm gonna mute myself.
Thanks, Wangoi. Always appreciate
Thanks, everyone.
you. So this is for the confirmation of Joey. I'm gonna mispronounce this. Correct me if I'm wrong. Scalise.
Yeah, Scalise.
Hey, look at that.
Yep.
All right, Joey Scalise as the coordinator of videography and photography. Welcome, Joey.
Hi, great to be here.
Oh, awesome. Before we start, I would like to amend this SL so that way Naila Benet Chambers can be sponsored on behalf of Michelle, and that I could add the date of introduction. Is there a second? Oh, all right, second. Great. Okay, Joey, I remember seeing you on the with the doorbell and the cat.
Oh yeah.
Full House. But welcome to Senate. If you could give an introduction about yourself and why you're very interested in this position, and we'll go right into questions afterwards.
Yeah. Okay. So again, my name is Joey. I'm a media and communications major. I'm a senior right now. So what drove me to apply for this? I'm actually I was reached out by Rashad about this position. He's a friend of one of my friends in Mama's Boys, the acapella group. Um, he he gave Rashad my number, and Rashad reached out to me about this, and I figured that it was. I felt like I would be a really good fit for this, just because I'm. I have a lot of experience in video editing and creating content for social media with um, like visually and stuff. I've been on the e-board of Mama's Boys for the last 2 years. Last year, the uh, I was the secretary for the group, and I helped run our social media team, and I still help run that now. I'm currently vice president, but I'm still part of that team now. I also have like created videos for that group. I made a similar Full House video for us, and I kind of brought that over to this because I figured that would be a great way to introduce people, all the students, to some of the SGA officers. I've also helped create content for the bookstore. I was the digital marketing intern from last summer up until quarantine. Um, so also the fact that I needed a job definitely helped drive me to applying for this. But it just seemed like such a good fit. So yeah.
Yeah, perfect. I didn't know you were the one responsible for that house video. It was very well done,
Oh,
well
thank you.
made.
Thanks.
Especially at the end with the little zoom on the little doggy, Zach's dog.
Yeah, that was definitely a high point for me in my editing. That was just a great moment.
Okay. Are there any questions for Joey? You've done a lot so far. I have no reason why you shouldn't get this. You've done great so far, and I expect a lot.
Thanks.
Communications department is always our best department this last year and this year.
Yeah, cool. Thank you.
Uh-oh, Rashad said,
They're all beautiful and equally as best. I don't even know if that makes sense.
they are all equally and beautiful. This is the best communications department we've had so far. That's what I meant to say. Joy, if I could ask quickly, what are your time commitments like this year?
Yeah, so my time commitments have drastically decreased from what I thought they were going to be for the semester, just because I'm taking 15 credits, but um, I only have commitments Monday and Wednesday afternoons and evenings, uh, and they tend to all be half asynchronous, half synchronous classes. So it's very manageable time for that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like a lot of people's time is severely looked at during the pandemic. They're like, oh wow, look how much time I have. All right. Are there any more questions for Joey? Because if not, we could go into a discussion, and if not, is there a motion on the floor? Oh, Wendy, did you say something? Because I didn't get any of it.
Yeah, sorry, it was my Wi-Fi. I said I muted from myself.
Oh, okay. No worries, no worries. Thanks, Wendy. Is there a second?
Second.
Hey, got a second. All right, so number senators is 4. Please type in I in the chat. Men already beat to it. Okay. And that's 11. All right. So the number of senators for is 11. Opposed 0. Abstaining 0. Not present 0. And with that, this passes the Senate. Congratulations, Joey.
Thank you.
If you could repeat after me, I have to give you the oath.
Okay.
Okay. So I do solemnly affirm.
I do solemnly affirm.
That I will faithfully execute.
That I will faithfully execute.
The office of Coordinator of Videography and Photography.
The office of Coordinator of Videography and Photography.
Of the UMBC Student Government Association.
Sorry, could you catch that? It cut out for a second.
Yeah, sorry. Of the UMBC Student Government Association.
Of the UMBC Student Government Association.
And will, to the best of my ability.
And will, to the best of my ability.
Promote and defend.
Promote and defend.
The interests and well-being of UMBC's undergraduate students.
The interest and well-being of UMBC's undergraduate students.
All right, congratulations, Joey.
All right, thank you.
You're officially on board. I learned that this is the clapping for sign language. Hey, all right. Candace will be reaching out to you shortly about hire letter and payroll and all of those jazz. You like jazz? So
yeah,
look,
she sent one.
And yeah, congratulations and thanks for coming.
Thank you. Have a good night, guys.
You too, Joey. You got this, Joey. Okay. I would like to. Gloria sent me an email saying she will join us at 7:30.
Oh,
so
I'm here.
Oh, Gloria, you're here. Yeah. Great. Perfect timing. Man. Okay. Hi, Gloria.
Hello.
Welcome to Senate. This is for your confirmation of executive assistant. Right. So, okay. So, a little background. I believe Maya had to resign due to personal matters. So, this will be in the position Maya previously held, the executive assistant. So, welcome, Gloria. If you could introduce yourself to us about why you're interested in this position, and we'll go right into questions and comments afterwards.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Gloria. I was initially interested in a appointed position because I wanted to work with kind of the executive council and helping out with initiatives. Because last year, as an FYA, I had the chance to sit in with Senate for like a month or two, and there was a meeting they had, and they discussed all the initiatives that they're kind of a part of, and some of the difficulties they've been facing, and like how the work has been. I remember Boomy specifically for accessibility for students and how like she'd had to reach out to so many people on her own. So I think like this position, especially where you have to like help out with the Senate and each senator's initiatives and making sure they follow through and are like able to be achieved. I think that's something I really wanted to do.
Yeah, that's wonderful to hear, Gloria. I believe if you do get this position, you and I will be working a lot more closely together when it comes to senator initiatives. So thanks. Are there any questions for Gloria? I have a question for you. What are your time commitments looking like for this fall and spring?
As far as like concrete time commitments, I have FIDE, that's Thursdays. But other than that, my schedule fits the time requirements for this position.
Yeah, definitely. I saw Rashad. Are you here?
Yes.
Hi, Rashad. Why did you put forth Gloria? I just want to be absolutely sure, because we want to have the less amount of people resigning.
Sure. So Gloria has been with SGA since last year, so she kind of knows the basic fundamental processes that we have to go through. And she expressed a lot of interest in the appointed positions, but unfortunately she didn't get one of those. So when Maya stepped down, I reached out to her and I was like, hey, this position is open. Is it something that you're interested in? And I've seen her work ethic in FID. I've seen her work ethic as an FYA. So I know she'll be a great person for this position.
Yeah. If you can attest to her work ethic, I'm all for it. I love it.
You can also do the same as an FYA. Plus, there's other FYAs already in Senate, and that's Senate SGA as a whole. So, might as well bring in the more of the club, really.
I love it. All right. Made me feel very confident. Are there any questions for Gloria? If not, are there any discussion points that anybody else would like to mention? And if not, is there a motion on the floor? Okay, I would move to approve SL 20-2021. When you got a second? Oh, we got 2 seconds. We got 3. Oh my gosh, so many seconds. All right. Number of senators for, please type I in the chat. Okay, 10. Yeah, okay, I counted 10 as well. All right. Last chance we're going number of senators for. Okay. Number of senators opposed. And number of senators abstaining. We're missing 1 vote. Who are we missing?
Patrick just said I, so that's 10 for.
Oh, all right. You're good, Patrick. Don't worry. No worries. All right, so 11 for, opposed 0, abstaining 0, not present 0. And with that, the SL passes. Congratulations, Gloria.
Thank you.
All right, cool. Yeah, congratulations. If you could repeat after me, I have to give you the oath.
Okay.
All right, I do solemnly affirm
I do solemnly affirm
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of Executive Assistant
the office of Executive Assistant
of the UMBC Student Government Association
of the UMBC Student Government Association
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
promote and defend the interests and well-being of UMBC's undergraduate students.
the interests and well-being of UMBC's undergraduate students.
All right, congratulations, Gloria. Hey, okay, congratulations. Yeah, Candace will be reaching out to you shortly about payroll and hire letter and all that fun jazz. I don't know how I can make that into a B-movie quote, but thank you for coming. Congratulations on your confirmation, and you're welcome to stay or leave. Okay, 9, 6. All right, dope. Okay, so I believe that's all of our confirmations. And we're a little behind, but that's okay. Okay, so this is the JR that Rashad wanted to put forward.
I do
So
not have to
Rashad,
give context.
yeah, I was gonna say if you could elaborate more.
Thank you. So this was a conversation that was brought up in our University of System of Maryland Student Council yesterday. And this was a legislation that was passed by University of Baltimore. It's just a resolution, a resolution to, pardon me, give me 1 second. I apologize. It is a resolution for faculty and anyone from UMBC campus to So it's basically prevents faculty and anyone from UMBC campus from forcing students to have their microphones or their video on during class or during any meetings or like that. And the basis for that is that some students have home environments that they don't want to share with, with the rest of the students that are in the class with them. And, it's their right to privacy, and that's their house. If they don't want anyone to hear what's going on in their house, if they don't want anyone to see what's going on in their house, and that's a complete right that they have. And, no one is supposed to tell them that they're supposed to turn their cameras on. So this is just something that we're going to bring up to Faculty Senate if it passes Senate today. We have a meeting Faculty Senate at 9 a.m. tomorrow, and we're going to bring it up to them and be like, hey, we passed this, so could you implement this with all the faculty? And then we can also share it with the student organization. So if anyone has any questions regarding the logistics, it's written in the legislation itself, but I can answer any logistics question.
Yeah, Marshad, I have a quick question. Is there in the rule, is it are students forced to have their cameras and microphones on currently? Like, is that something that they are forced to do? I think some classes require it. Can students use virtual backgrounds if they don't want to share the background? Oh.
Yeah, it just depends on their class.
Does Blackboard give that opportunity to give like a virtual background?
Then with a virtual background.
Oh, Candace says me.
Yeah. I think some machine, like, I think it depends on the service you're using and whether or not, like, your machine or laptop, right, can handle it. Like, I know on Zoom, my computer that I have from work can't do virtual backgrounds. And also, I think, what Mershad, correct me if I'm speaking out of turn, Mershad here, is like what Mershad is naming in this is that people are, like, when you're in a classroom setting, right? Like, there's a separation there between, at least physically, and for most people, some people not, but at least physically from your home and whatever's going on, and like that many people's, like, by forcing people to have their cameras on or have their mics on, you may be forcing them to disclose things about their home situation, about their life, that they may not be comfortable or shouldn't have to disclose, right? So I think even the mic thing, right? Like, is problematic depending on someone's home situation. So, and I know you all would agree with that, right? We ask, especially in these settings, we're like, if you can, turn on your camera, but nobody forces any of you to do that. But I see in the chat that some people have said, like, their participation points are given for having those cameras or mics on. And so then people are losing out on those points, which is not fair.
Should there be language included where professors are going to have to be flexible, like having that understanding and flexibility be a part?
It is already included in the legislation. If you read, it says that no professor or anyone from UMBC should be allowed to use his participation points that are tied to microphone and video. And if they do require that for exam and test, it should be included in the syllabus before the before the class starts. So that way, if a student is not doesn't want to do that, they can drop out of that class. So they don't have to disclose their home environment.
Wait, I got it.
Go ahead, Julius.
So based on that, theoretically, if this gets passed by us, I'm assuming, does this get implemented immediately? When would this get implemented exactly, if not immediate? What timeline? Because I have a follow-up question after that, based on your answer.
So if this passes us, and it passes finance board tomorrow, I'm going to push for it to be implemented. It's going to be implemented, right? I don't think it's not something that's very far-fetched idea. A lot of the professors already don't do this, right? But there are some of them that do. So I think getting those on board as well shouldn't be that much of a problem. So I think it's very easy to implement. I don't want to give you a timeline because I don't know. I have to talk to faculty senate tomorrow, but I think it's very feasible to do.
Candice, you said me.
Yeah, I just want to expound on Mershad's answer so that everyone has a clear understanding of how this is going to play out in shared governance, right? So your locus of control is not the classroom, right? That you do not control what happens inside of the classroom. That is for faculty and for faculty senate. You as students and student government have a voice in saying to faculty, here's what we're hearing and here's what we think students need. Faculty listen to us, right? So like whatever you pull in that is like leveraging your position that you have as SGA that other students don't have, to be able to have a meeting with faculty senate, to be able to submit this joint resolution to the university steering committee so that other people know that, hey, this is something that students are telling us here and across the system, and we think it's important for you all to recognize that, and we want to work with you on creating language and guidance for faculty. Ultimately, the faculty senate has that power to do that. What you have is leverage in terms of positionality to leverage and put pressure on them to do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because I don't have a problem per se with the actual initiative. This is a JR actually. What I'm interested in is just I guess the execution of it, because based on what you said with the highlighted syllabus prior thing, this theoretically being passed per se, I don't know how many classes actually have that kind of written in, because a lot of classes use lockdown browser. So I guess I don't know if that makes things complicated or not. I'm not really sure because I don't know all the writing of each class syllabus. So it could make things.
Lockdown browser doesn't need like a mic. It's just like basically blocking you from using any browser, but it has nothing to do with mic or camera, unless you're talking about web camera.
That's what I was referring to, the webcam part.
But I feel like that's a little bit different just because it's an exam, and like Rashad said, they would have the students like I'm pretty sure any teacher who has web camera already said that exams are web camera in the syllabus by now.
As long as it's in there, that's okay. I just don't want any complications when this goes through.
Yeah, those are all very great points. I have a question for Candice or Rashad. Does a Senate member and a finance board member both need to sponsor this, JR?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay, so if I were to amend the JR to add sponsorship, is it still possible to vote on even if a finance board member is not sponsored currently?
I think yes, and then finance board tomorrow can't sponsor it. I'll ask them to sponsor finance board. So Senate can do its in-house spotting, and I'm sure someone from finance board will. I mean, let me see what I can do.
Yeah. Okay. So I would like to amend the JR so that way I could sponsor this.
Second.
And second. And I would also like to do some grammar edits as Candace suggested this. Okay. So I saw earlier, Rashad, you wanted to edit the language to include syllabus beforehand. English is hard.
That's already on there.
Oh. You know, I'm a STEM major. English is not my forte, so if there's any grammar.
If I may.
Yes, Candace,
Okay,
please.
good. All right, so my recommendations would be the following. So in the third whereas, so it says, and whereas students, comma, when online, comma, are entitled to a sense of privacy and security in their, I would just have it say remote environments. Because you've already stated this is about learning and engagement. All students are not in a position to turn on their video/audio due to circumstances that are imposed on them. Okay. I would put actually a period at the end of environments instead of a comma. When online are entitled to a sense of privacy and security in the room environments, period. And then capitalize the all. All students are not in a position to turn on their video/audio due to circumstances that are imposed on them in their remote environments. Or I would just put due to circumstances within their remote environments. Yeah. Because they might not be in their home.
Remote.
They might be in a car.
Environments.
Oh no, yeah, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Yeah, that's spell check on circumstances. All students are not in a position to turn on their video/audio due to, and then up, and the second line in this, I would remove circumstances that are imposed on them. So go up one line.
This one.
See where it says video/audio?
I lost my place.
It's all right. It's the second line in that paragraph.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, and then there's at sort of towards the end, it says video/audio.
Right.
And I would take out this due to circumstances that are imposed on them. Yes.
Cool.
It says due to circumstances within the remote front. Let's see. And those limitations should be countered against. Oh, I would say these limitations should not be counted against. Yeah.
And these limitations.
I would take out and just write these limitations should not be counted, and that's countered. It should be counted.
Oop.
Against our students and have an impact on their grades. Sharing their screen and audio at all times during class. I'll put in the case. So it says these limitations should not be counted against our students and have an impact on their grades in the case that students are not comfortable with sharing their screen, their video. I would change screen to video. Forcing, I would take out the from there. Forcing out, or you could replace it with our, or just leave it like that. Forcing students to turn their cameras or microphones on removes the students' control of their environment and violates their expectation of privacy Okay, and then this should be capital, or the should be capitalized. Believes a, and I don't know if regulatory is the right word, but policy.
Believes a policy may alleviate.
A policy solution.
Oh, policy solution.
Yeah, because there's a policy committee on campus that reviews all policies. From the acronym of there we go, which prohibits faculty, staff, and any student organization leaders from forcing students to have their cameras on during classes and organization meetings, exams, and tests, which should be highlighted in the syllabus. Yeah, that's my recommendation. Take it or leave it.
I mean, Candace, you could own Grammarly.
No. Well, I was a history major, but that's a whole other story. Again, 36 credits, so that was my major. I know you laugh at it now, but look how far it's taken me. Oh. Okay, so somebody has to move to amend this as edited.
I move as amended JR06-2021. And I got Wendy, JK second.
She
Counting that as a
does
second.
actually second. She counts that as a second because she was typing it, and then you beat her to it.
Okay. Okay. Number of senators, 4, as amended. Please type I in the chat. Let the race begin. All right, and that's 11. All right, so that means that there's 0 opposed, 0 abstaining, not present, 0. And this passes the Senate on 914. Yay! All right, so Mershad, I believe you and I are going to Faculty Senate. We could
tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow we could present this that it passed through the Senate, solely the Senate. And that's a conversation worth having.
We can put it on the radar for now. I know once this passed, we can be like, hey, we did it. So now make the changes.
Yeah, push it at them. Okay, so business office hours. So I took a few of y'all, and y'all had a lot of great ideas, and I wanted to see if we can start scheduling office hours, if not this week, implementing them next week, get the ball rolling, something we can put on our monthly report. Okay, so some of the ideas that I've gotten was creating a structure for Instagram Live, having a game or social hour with senators, whether it be like Scribbly or Jackbox or whatnot. Another one was Rashad's idea of having liaisons for the student ambassador program. These are all wonderful ideas, and I wanted to hear from y'all whether what do y'all prefer, or if y'all want to individualize your office hours, we can also do that. I just have to keep record of what you're doing for office hours, basically. So, with all that said, we can either figure this out now, but I do realize that it's way past our agenda in time, and I want to respect everyone's time. One of the main promises that I want to keep as speaker. So, by the end of tonight, I'm going to be sending out a doodle poll so I can meet with all of y'all individually, one-on-one, to see how initiatives are going, what possible initiatives you're thinking of doing, and if not, some ideas that we have on the table, and creating a structure for office hours. And I'll be sending that link out later tonight in a doodle poll. And if I'm not available for any of the times that are allotted, because it's going to be a first come, first serve basis for the doodle poll, Wendy, do you mind stepping in for anybody that I won't be able to meet with? Wendy says doesn't mind at all. Great. So be on the lookout for the email from me tonight. Please complete it as soon as possible so we can get the ball rolling on that. Okay, so that's off stars. Wonderful. Senator updates. Are there any initiative updates at all?
I can go first.
Yes, please do.
Okay, so my initiative was to working with USMSC. Is that right? I don't know where some of the letters go, but the University System of Maryland System Colleges, I think. Working with them with their social media pages to make their information more accessible to the colleges that they're over, because not a lot of people know one, that they exist, and two, what kind of work they're doing and when it's being put out. So that was my initiative. And then I got appointed to the co-director of communications and marketing for USM. So now me and Wangoy are going to work on that to start getting the ball rolling on that. So that's my update. And I'll pass it to Mena.
Oh wow, okay. So I honestly haven't done much with initiatives this week just because I was last minute changing my schedule and dealing with some of my responsibilities. But I definitely do have ideas, and I'm looking forward to trying to get ahead this week with them. But a lot of it has to deal with this on campus, just because I'm one of the few students living on campus, and I've seen a lot of things that are making it difficult. Just with dining, a lot of options are closed, and I know I've heard, for myself included, and other people, that there isn't many healthy options left on campus because the only other stuff open is Chick-fil-A and Halal Shack besides D Hall and Starbucks, of course. And so I want to work with the dining committee on that to see what we can do, because they close the salad bar and a lot of other places. And then the same thing with one of my last things I talked about was trying to see what we can do for the students for activity wise who aren't athletes. So gym accessibility either by the Y or having outdoor. But yeah, I will get started on those initiatives soon.
Mena, have you reached out to Gary?
No, but I will soon. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Don't worry. I was just curious.
And yeah, that's some of the stuff I'm trying to do, and I hopefully will get started soon. Yeah, I'll call on Mariah.
Hi, to start off, before I get into updates, so the main initiative that I'm focusing on right now is kind of the disconnect between administration and sexual assault survivors on campus. So kind of getting things rolling in terms of when we're going to come back on campus and seeing what we can do with that. So I've been basically kind of doing my own research and a little bit of homework. I met with Ever Hannah to discuss some of the new policies and implementations or things that they're implementing to combat how the administration, I guess, communicates and handles sexual assault cases on campus. I have plans that I haven't done yet, but I have plans to reach out to UBC Police and somewhere else that I'm forgetting the name of at the moment, because I've been told that the training that they're given is not sufficient enough to deal with cases regarding those, and it's shown definitely in the past with protests and stuff that have happened on campus. So at the moment, that's my update. I call on popcorn to Kayla.
Kayla, you there? You can hear my clickety clackety. And don't worry if you don't have any initiative updates. The whole reason why I want to have a one-on-one session with y'all is to discuss what we can do going forward with initiatives this week. Yeah, Kayla, do you have any initiative updates?
Oh, not as right now. I do not. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah. No worries. Don't worry about it. Yeah. If you don't have any updates, that's fine. Call on somebody.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Well, who hasn't gone yet? Let me see. Z? Or did I pronounce that wrong? I just found it.
Yeah, you're fine. Z. Oh, Z says they got some emails sent and some responses. None from Do It because they never responded. Oh, hope to meet with Bruce Herman this week. Z, could you remind me what you were working on? I'm sorry.
Their initiative is on COVID-19, essentially like supporting students through COVID-19 and figuring out who are the students that are in need of internet capabilities and technology.
Ooh,
Trying to collect resources for students with needs. Yes, with needs during COVID-19.
Oh, okay. So this is with what Joshua mentioned earlier. Perfect. Collecting resources. Rashad mentions reach out to Christopher Moss on WebEx Teams. He's super receptive. It works for Do It. Perfect. Are there any more senator initiatives?
Yes. Yeah, we good? Okay. Yes. So okay, who are these people called? Who are these people again? Gina King of the Associate Director of Undergraduate Recruitment Orientation and Events, just at admissions. Yeah. They got back to me. Not gonna lie, I thought I was gonna get red tape for a second. I thought they just kind of just forgot about me. Not gonna lie. But they got back to me and apparently they love my idea. Apparently, according to this email. And they're just asking a lot of different questions and just things like that. So with that said, looks like we're gonna get the ball rolling soon. And yeah, so now I just gotta just do really write this stuff down prior to a proposal or something. I don't really know. Just something like that. Beatrice can help me with that because they have questions in this email that I need to answer and things like that. So we're gonna get that moving. Another thing I have is I've spoken with can't even remember pronounce his last name for some reason. His name is Wale. He is the president of the Hilltop Alphas, and he's been working with Joshua lately. And the big thing he talked to me about today was just more representation for Black students. And the big thing, like if you guys saw in the WebEx team meeting, the racial healing seminar Diggy Majigga, that's a big thing he wants SGA to help in, and just us just showing out more that we're really trying to represent minor students on campus. So I know him and Josh are working on something, and soon they're gonna include me in that. So I just want to let y'all know about that, and if anyone else is interested in trying to work with him and Joshua and probably me soon, we can do that. That's kind of my initiative updates at the moment.
Love to hear it. I love Gina King. Gina King. Patrick, do you have any initiative updates?
I do not at the moment. I'm still looking to do police accountability stuff. I haven't really gotten on it yet this semester.
Yeah. Okay. No worries. No worries. Wendy, do you have any initiative updates?
I think we've pretty much set everything up. We're just waiting for people to reach out. So I guess that means I need a new initiative since that one's done. And also, for follow, committee that I'm on, we're looking for a few more students who might be.
Cutting in and out.
Wendy, you're cutting in and out a little bit at the end here.
So my previous initiative was on student life and student engagement in student org activities, and today at today's meeting I spoke with Mokaria. Is that how you spell her name? Mokaria. Yes, I spoke with her, and she told about how the Black community on campus are trying to do some, I guess, multicultural involvement on campus. And since my initiatives all around student engagement and student org life, she asked me like if I could do something about that. And then we're talking about various ideas for cultural engagement on campus, about like having apart from having involvement fest, having like a cultural involvement fest, like maybe during the spring we open up online where students can learn about the other cultures on campus. Like we have cultural events where they share about a cultural fest, where they share about like different foods, the clothing, the dance and music, sharing about their cultures, because there are a lot of cultural groups on campus but people don't know about them, and they don't have an opportunity to like share what they're about. And so having a cultural festival, like we're thinking like a week-long festival somewhere, maybe it hopefully will open up in the quad, but if we can't, we'll do it online where students can just like see the various things that other cultures have, have to offer, and just learn about it, because UMBC is a university that goes around diversity, inclusion, and belonging. And one way to promote that is by, sharing the various cultures that we have on campus. So that's a new sort of like side initiative I got today. Does anybody want to go? I can popcorn to somebody else. Almost like for like week long, yeah, like Pangea, but week long, yeah.
Is this like, why is not involvement fest for just this, since this semester you can't really do anything in person? Why is involvement fest not enough? Because I know like we have all these events and I love to attending them too, but just because of the whole like, it might be really hard to do online, considering like the dancing and this thing, like the performatives, like you can't do that. And like a lot of the cultural clubs did have the chance to introduce themselves in involvement fest.
Yeah, I guess the reason why I was saying involvement fest not enough, because with involvement fest, I guess like what they do is like they just give you a little insight about the culture, but then with this one, it's not only one culture, but like all of them are out in the open, or maybe you can do like something online, but they're all of them are out, and they're not just like just feeding you info on the culture, but they're like showing you the various things about it. And it's like you're having like a mini I don't say mini history class, but like a mini like culture tour. Like if you're going to like a trip visiting other cultures, but just in your own like UMBC backyard, you're basically like traveling the world, but on campus, learning about the other cultures. So I think it will offer more than involvement fest if we do that. And given that it's a week long, you can come back if you day after day, and they can have more stuff to offer, because involvement fest is time in a short period of time, but it's a week-long event. You have more days and more times to come back and visit the cultures that are there on campus.
Or is this for when we go back to school?
For the most part, I want it to be outdoors to go back to school, but if we can't do it outdoors, we were thinking of a way that we could make it online, so you can virtually, like, I guess they can have like videos or something in the background when you're watching it, and you can like see the different cultures and what they have to offer. So if we don't make it back on campus in spring, we can find a way to make it virtual during the spring semester. Yeah.
Love it. It's putting more focus on the cultural organizations, um, and showing off what they're about. I love the idea,
And
and
I'm
it's
big.
something plausible to do. Yeah. Are there any more initiative updates? Wendy said in the chat that Brian Barnes from OIA is looking for students to do an interview about the new redesigned Retriever Ready page. It'll be 20 to 30 minutes long and take place in the next week or two. Hopefully that the student ambassador program is fully set up, so I'm looking for my student ambassador program is fully set up, so I'm looking forward to for another initiative to work on. If I can help any of you while I think of one, please let me know. Yeah, Emmanuel, are there any updates from you?
Yeah, how you doing? I have a couple actually. I recently talked about um that of fitness. Due to the fact that the fitness center is closed right now, and cannot be used. And for those who actually cherish uh, when it comes to exercising and who currently cannot go to the gym because most gyms are also not open. So like, but I need to talk to B because we were supposed to have a one-on-one today, but she couldn't because she had some other stuff to do. So um, I'm open to reschedule and then address couple stuff concerning that, and then what to do and who to approach. And also, I'm looking to go on campus and see for myself and communicate with a couple people also. So that's where I am right now.
Perfect. That sounds like something Mana was you were doing, right, Mana? With
Wait, what exactly are you trying to do, Emmanuel?
So like an outdoor workout, creating like an outdoor workout.
That's similar to what I had. Like I was thinking of having like outdoor classes.
Oh,
But like I don't. Are you trying to have outdoor equipment, like an outdoor gym?
yeah, equipment. Not really with the equipment, but basically having an instructor to lead the whole thing.
Okay, we can talk about that later. Cause yeah, we can. That's also something I'm trying to do. Like.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Exciting teamwork.
Mhm.
I keep saying a lot. I said I wouldn't do that, but I said it like 7 times in a row just now. Ha. Okay, I believe that's all the initiatives. And I just sent an email out about the noodle poll, so please fill that out whenever you can. Starting tomorrow, hopefully. And with that, I believe everybody's gone. Correct me if I'm wrong, but and it's almost 8 o'clock. I want to respect everybody's time because we're over agenda by a lot now. So my apologies for that. Okay, shared governance committees. I have 2 updates from Neighboring Relations Committee as well as the Okamoka Management Committee. And I'll just highlight like a few of the key points. But while I'm doing that, setting that up, Wendy, if you could give your announcement.
So a while back, I sent the Google form for the SGC interest form on WebEx Teams, and I've gotten responses from you guys. So waiting on some more. So the sooner you guys are able to get that into me, the sooner I can start scheduling a room for SGC. So that would be really great. If anyone needs me to send them the form individually, or if you have any questions, just let me know.
Wonderful. Okay, so this is from the Okamoka Management Committee, and essentially, some key points that I want to highlight is that they have opened up an outdoor seating area, and it's all donation based. And I went by the other day, and it's very impressive. It's got those patio furniture and stuff, and they're using the parking lot from the Chesapeake Bank right next door, which was very generous of them to donate that parking lot space to use as a patio. Okamoka has opened up their menu to food related, a lot more food options. They're renting the stage for people to host and letting people to stream their events online. Maybe they're possibly opening the front of the space, max of 22 people in the front area, with a strict social distancing policy. And if they don't comply, if there's people that won't comply with the social distancing or any of the rules that they have, they'll utilizing the university police to help. And that's essentially it. Their July average gross was 195, and August and July gross daily sales were 241. They got some rent relief help from the university, which is great. And I believe this is all the important key highlights from that meeting. And I have one more. The Neighborhood Relations Committee. Nayla, can we table SGCs? Sure. If I could just give a few key points from this one, and then we can table it. Essentially, the university is doing pre-contact tracing, something that the health department isn't doing. So because of all the testing that the university's done before opening up, they were able to contact people before they entered the university system, so they know exactly who got it and where and what. And in order to be on campus, you have to have permission to be on campus, and it has to be whether it's classes or labs. And if you have to go to your research lab, it's only a one-time thing, and you have to call the university police in order to get in to your lab, for if it's a research lab that's met only online. And that's the key aspects of that, other than the things that Wangoi mentioned earlier with the middle school partnership, but there's more on that later. And yeah, that is all my updates.
Can I ask a question, Kai? I'll be very quick. When you say that you have to have permission to be on campus, is that like in general, or is that just like on like the academic side of campus?
To be on campus, you have to have permission.
Okay.
I don't know how they're going to enforce that, but that's what I was told.
Could I offer some clarification on that, Kai, if you don't mind?
Please do.
So campus is a public place. You're allowed to be on campus. In order to go into a building, you need clearance. You need clearance in order to be able to go into any buildings. Any academic buildings, when I say, and residential life, it's one guest per unit, as long as you're cleared and you're not in quarantine.
He also must be a resident of that hall.
So like a student from Potomac Hall couldn't be a guest in Chesapeake Hall?
Nope.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. And one final thing about SGCs. When y'all finally do go to your SGCs, please let me know before each Senate meeting what your SGCs was, and send me your notes so I can put it on the agenda, so that way I can time it out, and I'll start doing what Jared Richard did with the timer and everything. So like, for example, I should have put like Neighborhood Relations Committee here and such, but I wasn't too sure. But that's something I would like to start doing from now on. And okay, so with that, announcements. Are there any announcements that anybody would like B, you have a.
I'll be quick. So just a reminder to senators to please utilize the shared SGA folder. In the SGA shared folder, shared drive, you'll see Senate, and under that you'll see Senator Initiatives. In that, each of you have a folder which has an assignment tracker as well as a Word doc on there. Please utilize those things and update them every week, because that way not only will you be more organized when it comes to announcing your senator initiative updates, but also you'll be more prepped and well equipped when someone asks what your initiative is, as well as more well equipped for our own meetings. And for those who I didn't meet with today, my apologies. I had a training today that I completely forgot I double booked myself for, so I will be emailing y'all with new rescheduled dates. Thank you. Oh, also refer to the chat. I'm gonna be posting some links there that I would love for y'all to look at. Thanks.
Thanks, B. I gotta look at this tracker. Mershad, you said you have 2 announcements.
Yes, really quick. I need 2 senators to sit on nominating committee. If you guys don't know, nominating committee is an in-house committee that nominates the election board chairs, election board members, and appeals board members. If 2 of you guys could volunteer, that would be great. Restart meeting sometime this week.
Mershad, I think I can do that.
I think we lost connection to Mershad, but Patrick, all right, thanks, Patrick. Correct me if I'm wrong. I thought we need 4 members for nominating committee from Senate.
No, just 2. 2 from Senate, 2 from Finance Board.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would like to
I
be
can
a
double check. I can double check.
Oh, no worries. I would like to be a part of nominating committee because I've always been on nominating committee. I love nominating committee. Reaching out to people and stuff. So unless anybody else would like to be a part of nominating committee.
I have revived.
Hello, welcome from
Thank you. Did you guys get any of the background information that I gave on nominating committee?
Yes. Well,
okay,
Mershad, so it looks like Patrick and I.
Okay, awesome. Perfect.
Perfect.
And I will be in communication with you guys regarding that. And my second announcement is that hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes. Yes. Uh-oh.
Can you guys hear me now? I'm so sorry. I'm having connectivity issues.
We got you.
Awesome. So the monthly report for Senate is due next week, the 21st, Monday the 21st. So I'm going to leave it up to Wendy and Kai to decide how they want to go about giving us that report, but I just want to put that on your radar that it's due the 21st.
Yep. Fully aware. Wendy, that's something, the one-on-ones that I want to try and do and collect everyone so I can start filing this report. Sounds good. Okay. Are there any more announcements? No. Okay, so I would like to adjourn this meeting at 8:09 p.m. I apologize that we are over by 40 minutes. Oh my gosh. I will try and get better with timing. Let's see, stop recording.